Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going over my step-by-step guide on how to set up an LLC in Florida 2 different ways. So the first way we're going to talk about is going through the whole process on your own. But don't worry, I'll be there to go through the process with you. The second way leaves all the hard work to a professional company like Tailor Brands. So who are they? Well, Tailor Brands is an all-in-one online platform that has helped more than 500,000 businesses form their own LLCs. They have a team of experts who can handle all the heavy lifting of starting your business for a fraction of your time. So if you want to learn more about LLCs and how to set one up in Florida, then welcome. I'm glad you're here. Now, before we move on, if you decide you want to try out Tailor Brands, you'll find an affiliate link down in the description. Using the link, you'll get a bit of a discount that you wouldn't find directly on their website. That being said, what exactly is an LLC? A limited liability company, or LLC as it's more commonly known, is a type of business structure that combines the flexibility and simple nature of a partnership with the liability protection of a corporation. By forming an LLC, you establish a separate legal entity for your business, meaning your personal assets are separate from your company's liabilities. In other words, if your LLC has any legal problems or even debt, your personal assets should be out of the picture. Also, LLCs give their owners flexibility in management, taxation options, and the chance to bring in multiple owners, known as members, who can share in the company's profits and losses. All of these benefits have made the LLC a popular choice for many entrepreneurs starting new or existing ventures. Now, you can set up an LLC 2 different ways, like I mentioned before. To start off, let's go through the process as if you were doing it on your own. Now, really quick, I want to add in many states, LLCs are formed through the state. Florida is one of those states too. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the first step. So the first order of business, you need to choose a name for your LLC. Make sure the name you pick is unique and hasn't already been taken or similar to another business. The Florida state website offers sunbiz.org, a division of corporations page, to make sure the name you want is available. When it comes to naming your LLC, Florida has a few requirements. Of course, the name needs to be unique. Even similar sounding names should be avoided. And the name must have limited liability company, either spelled out or abbreviated at the end of the name. Now, when it comes to naming a business, we hear the term DBA, or doing business as, thrown around a lot. Depending on how you choose to name your LLC and your business, you may not need one. Say, for example, I'm going to name my LLC Beach Umbrella Rentals, LLC. If I legally run and advertise my business as Beach Umbrella Rentals, LLC, then chances are I wouldn't need a DBA. If I run my business as something else, even as Beach Umbrella Rentals, then I would likely need some additional forms, like a DBA. I wanted to bring this up because DBAs can get confusing, and when I was first starting my business, I wished someone would have made it easier for me. Now, we have a whole line of DBA videos to help you through that process. In Florida, DBAs are approved at the state level, so if you have any specific questions on how your state does things, check out the Florida Secretary of State website. Next up, you need a registered agent. A registered agent's job is to be the middleman for important legal documents for the business. While the business itself can't be a registered agent, an individual member of the LLC can. A registered agent agency can be used too. Whichever route you want to take, the agent must be a resident or authorized to do business and be available during state business hours. If all the members work full-time outside of the business, fulfilling those duties in-house make it tricky, so definitely consider all your options. There is a $25 fee for designating a registered agent in Florida. Now we can actually move on to creating the LLC. Florida does this by officially filing the Articles of Organization with the state. You can do this online or by mail. Some of the questions they'll ask are the name and address of the LLC, the name and address of the registered agent, as well as a signature from them, and how your LLC will be managed. You can choose a start date for your LLC, or it can start once the paperwork is processed. It's up to you. With the application, any of the state fees would need to be paid. As of 2024, the fee is $100. The registered agent filing fee would be due with the application, and like we mentioned before, that fee would be $25. Now, you're not required, but for $5, you can get a certificate of status for your LLC. This officially certifies your LLC. For $30, you can get a certified stamped copy. You know, if you want to hang it up on your wall. Next step is to create your own operating agreement. Florida doesn't require LLCs to have one, but an operating agreement makes sure all the members are on the same page. Even in a single member LLC, it's still better to have one than not. Think of it as a blueprint for your business. The agreement itself should have the breakdown in ownership, membership rates and responsibilities, how profits and losses are divided, what happens in the event of disputes in the business, and what happens if a member wants to leave or terminate the LLC altogether. In Florida, these agreements can be verbal, but having it in writing gives you more protection in case it ever needs to be presented. Now, Florida does have some restrictions of what your operating agreement can't have, like it can't change requirements for designating registered agents, or restrict the rights of those who aren't LLC members or managers. So be sure to make sure you're following any state guidelines. Now, if making an error or writing something in you'll likely need to change later on is a concern, don't worry, because agreements can be changed at any time to show any changes in the LLC. Next, you need an employer identification number, or EIN, for your business. An EIN is kind of like your business's social security number. Having one is not only required, but necessary if you plan to open a business bank account, apply for a business loan, hire employees, or even pay business income taxes. Getting an EIN is free and can be done online or by mail directly through the IRS. Finally, you need to get your business ready to pay the necessary taxes. LLC owners are responsible for federal and state taxes. Because LLCs are considered pass-through entities, the business itself isn't responsible for reporting and paying taxes. That responsibility is passed on to the owner or owners. So all income from the business is then reported and paid through the owner's personal tax return. Along with these taxes, be sure to be prepared for self-employment, sales, and payroll taxes if you plan to have employees. Now, along with taxes, LLCs in Florida have to file annual reports too. These filings are due from January 1st to May 1st each year. The fee as of 2024 is an oddly specific $138.75. Now, there is a pretty hefty late fee if it's not paid by the due date, so be sure to make those payments on time. Now, if going through all these steps on your own sounds like a lot, there is another way to get this all done. Personally, I don't have enough time to get this done, and I would most certainly forget to do something, which is why I chose Tailor Brands to form my business for me. So if time is of short supply, you lack the expertise to handle the paperwork, or you simply don't feel like dealing with it all, then there's an easier way, which is using a business formation service like Tailor Brands to take care of everything for you. Now, personally, I see Tailor Brands as one of the best business formation services out there, especially for first-time business owners, because they take care of everything for you. Now, don't get me wrong. There are other great services that I also tried, such as Zen Business, LegalZoom, and Swift Filings. So if you want to learn a little bit about them too, I'll go ahead and leave some review videos down in the description for you to check out. So what is Tailor Brands? Well, they launched in 2014 to offer new businesses the resources they would need to launch a successful business easier and more efficiently than the traditional way of doing things. So they created an AI-powered site that offers a one-stop shop to give startups everything they need in one place. They offer services for websites, digital business cards, and merchandise, along with their registration and management services, which are some of their most popular services, so that you can get everything from them for a yearly subscription, or by grabbing individual services as you need them. So let me walk you through the process of applying for an LLC with Tailor Brands. The first step is to specify your state. On the Tailor Brands official website, you will find a Choose Your State field. Simply click on the drop-down menu and select Florida. After that, click on Get Started. Then you'll type in the name you've picked for your LLC. For the next step, you'll answer a cluster of pretty simple questions. Essentially, these questions help the platform understand your business, so they can get an idea of what your business will need. Some of the questions include where you'll run the business, what products or services you'll offer, how you plan to offer those services, whether you'll have employees, and the current stage your business is in. You'll get the opportunity to choose things you're looking for some help with too, like business licenses, websites, or logos. Now, you're not automatically signing up for anything by making any of the selections. This is so the Tailor Brands website gets a better understanding of what they can offer to help your business. They'll also give you a checklist to mark things you've already done for the business. Now, there's no pressure if there's nothing to check off, because these answers go into a free business coaching program offered to you from Tailor Brands. Now, you're not required to take it, but it is free, so why not? Naturally, you'll be asked to provide your personal information, including your name, email address, and zip code you'll run the business in. And just to be clear, this information is solely used for forming your LLC. Next, you'll be offered a few services to make running a business a little bit easier, like compliance reminders and a branding toolkit. You can get expedited processing too, in case you're in a bit of a time crunch. The last thing you'll need to choose is your plan with Tailor Brands. There's 3 they offer, ranging from semi-DIY to Tailor Brands doing it all, including marketing resources. Their plans help tailor to every budget. Once your application is processed, Tailor Brands will take care of submitting your application on your behalf to the state. So, as you can see, the process doesn't have to be overwhelming. By letting Tailor Brands handle all the hard work for you, you can have peace of mind that everything is being handled correctly, and you have more time to focus on your business. So this sums up both ways to set up an LLC in Florida. By 1, doing it all yourself, or 2, having a business formation service do everything for you. At the end of the day, I feel Tailor Brands is a great option for setting up an LLC for your business. The process is fast and user-friendly, not to mention the additional services they have, like logo design, website building, domain registration, and business cards, adds even more value to its services. The prices for their services are reasonable, making it a good investment in terms of the time and hassle you save. I would recommend Tailor Brands to anyone starting a new business who, like me, is looking for help with it all, from incorporation to brand identity. So for the convenience and a quick and seamless startup process where all you need to get started is a business name, Tailor Brands has you covered. And that's going to be it for today. I really hope you learned something today, and if you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more. And like I mentioned before, if you want to try Tailor Brands out, check out the link in the description to get a discount you wouldn't be able to get if you went straight to their website. Also, feel free to leave any questions in the comments below, and I'll do my best to try and answer them as quickly as I can. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.